Welcome to Convio 2009, the summit here in Austin, Texas. This is Nonprofit Live TV, and I'm Larry Brill. And joining me right now is Donna Wilkins, who is with Charity Dynamics, which is a consultant group.
Right.
And we have Shannon Bridges, who is from the American Cancer Society. Now, the thing that is very dynamic about this whole thing is we've got someone who is here to basically consult with an organization, a nonprofit organization. Maybe, Don, if you would first of all just talk about the dynamics of how that works and the kinds of things that you offer to the nonprofits.
Absolutely. We help our organizations, some of them with the basics, and we've done some projects like that with American Cancer Society. We're also looking for how can they get the most out of the technology that they have for their communications, fundraising, and grassroots advocacy work. In particular, we've been really fortunate with American Cancer Society to work on some really innovative projects that they've been able to put in place for their clients. We've been able to work together for years, which is great because we really understand what the value is that they bring to their constituents, the mission that they deliver on, and understand the dynamics with their constituents. So we've been able to suggest some innovative applications and ways of putting technology.
Of those applications.
Probably the number one this way that both Shannon and I are here with smiles for is Boundless Fundraising, which is our social networking application, connects Convio's Team Raiser product directly with Facebook. Couldn't have been more thrilled. Our very first client that we had was American Cancer Society. Shannon, you want to talk a little bit about
Shannon, I was going to say, how does it work for you?
Yeah, well, we have 5,000 Relay for Life events across the country, and we really wanted to just take the market that seemed to be most promising, which was our college events, and say, let's give you some capabilities to fundraise using the social networking aspects. And so we introduced it to them. There were 500 events, and when we looked at the success and started looking at our communities, they really wanted to take advantage of it also. So I guess we rolled it out to about 1,700 event sites across the country. And within 6 months, our user base went up to 71,000 users, and we acquired roughly 3,500 new users, so new participants to Relay for Life, and raised over $750,000 in 6 months. And this money was completely sourced through fundraising with Facebook and the Boundless fundraising model. So this year, as we start to roll out our events, it will go to all of our markets. All 5,000 events will have a chance to go and try to use this capability and expand their reach to their network and their constituent base.
Have you seen any kind of resistance in terms of, with this new technology, trying to adapt that to your model that you've been used to in the past for raising money?
I think we always are going to have a little resistance. I mean, we do have a lot of events that have been doing things old school for years, and it's been successful, but what we also are seeing is that a lot of these markets are saturated. They've been there for 25 years, and they need a new way to ask friends and family. They've gone to them for 10 years plus, and how is it that they can get that information about our mission and show where their dollars are doing good work in a different way? And this was an excellent opportunity for us to tap into that market.
And I think the one exciting thing that you mentioned before, that what we're seeing coming in through Facebook, that most of the donors are brand new to the organization, so people that they wouldn't have been reaching before and able to expand that base.
And you're creating a whole new generation of givers.
Absolutely, absolutely. It really, you get taken back about how people are really jumping into the social networking aspect, and we're able to also provide them updates, and it tells their friends and family what they're doing, and that's the whole essence behind social networking, to keep those people tied into your daily life and activities, and this is a cause that's true to their heart. So,
and using this technology, do you find that you need to change or massage your message a little bit for not only getting it through this kind of technology, but also since you're reaching probably a younger base?
You know, one of the things that we looked at is not only putting the application there in a solution, but putting a marketing communication around it. So an update that's sent specifically to the constituents to let them know there's a new fundraising tool for them to take advantage of. You know, one of the key things that Shannon does for her participants is they're in the job of making these people fundraisers who are not. So highlighting ways that they can ask, ways that they can let friends and family, and this is now just one more of the tools that you need to make sure they're aware of and able to use.
How do you go about training your staff and your volunteers to accept and utilize this new technologies?
Well, for ACS, we are a grassroots-driven event with Relay for Life, and so we do integrate this into the overall business plan. It's online is not an independent sector. We have to have that as part of the overall business plan and an attribute. And so the way that we build our volunteer base and we train them and give them the skill sets, we just layer this in on top of it, and it's a natural fit. And the volunteers just embrace it and see where they can make the most money using all of these different tools in their toolbox.
Yeah. I think the important thing, Shannon, is that the great thing is we took advantage of the structure that you have in place for training everybody who's involved in there, that you also have an e-communications plan in place and making it part of all of that as opposed to separately.
And Donna, how do you keep track of the changes in technology? It seems like every 5 minutes there's something new comes along.
It is a challenge. It definitely is a challenge. We keep aware of what the technology is. I think the one part that we really try to add for our clients is not looking at technology just for the sake of what's new and innovative, but really thinking how can it apply to our clients and how can they work it into the strategies that they have in place. So really looking at what the applications are, where we think the touchstone is. And again, the work that we recently did a video project together with one of Shannon's colleagues, and understanding how that messaging could really be effective. So while video has been exciting and a lot of things that are doing, it was kind of everything lining up to look at, okay, what's a strategy to really introduce this and have it be successful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Donna and Shannon, thank you very much for being
here. Thanks for having us.
Wonderful.
We
Good
appreciate
information
it.
we've been able to pass along to
Absolutely.
all the nonprofits out there who couldn't make it to the
right.
summit here today. So we will be back with more on Nonprofit Live TV. I'm Larry Brill.